My name is Rose Brazell. I use they, them pronouns, and I live in Mattoon, Illinois. It was, I believe, yes, it was 2019. I was at this little church event, and there's this person who at the time I thought was a girl because it was a girls' event, and we had started talking, and we got really friendly with each other, and then one day I realized, oh my god, I think I like this girl. They later came out as trans, a little bit later, a few days maybe, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And so I was like, all right, I like girls too, as well as guys. That makes sense. So I went to a Christian school here in town, and the first people I came out to were my friends at the time, and they were all pretty supportive and everything, but things that did change, especially going to a Christian school in more of a rural area, was I started to notice things that were talked about is in respects to LGBTQ people. And I was like, hey, this is really discriminatory. And it was just all these things I never realized. I'd say I am. I mean, it's on my, most of my social media. There's some hint that I'm queer because I don't see any point in hiding it, but I don't really go around telling people. But I'm not gonna say no if somebody asks me hey, are you queer? Do you like girls? Yeah. My mom was very supportive about it. I mean, my brother had already come out years before me, so it wasn't really a big shock to her or any type of problem or whatever. My peers, for the most part, it was a good reaction. Of course, there were some people who, weren't very enthusiastic about it. With a couple friends specifically, it did really hurt that they weren't, as accepting as I'd hoped they'd be. Although of course I could kind of see it coming. I think it was my 8th grade year. I couldn't even tell you what started it. I was just hey, they's kind of a cool pronoun. I'll do she, they, and it just kind of evolved from there, I guess. I'd say it's a lot better now because I've actually come to terms with it and everything. So I'm not, as scared to be myself. Because of course people, no matter who you are, how you identify, who you love, there are going to be people who hate you regardless. So it really goes to show that no matter who you are, people are going to like you for some reason or another, or dislike you for some reason or another. I found safety and comfort really once I got to high school and had more options for friends. And I felt really good with those friends, and I felt especially good in Spectrum, our GSA club, because of course that's one of the most accepting environments. And there have also been teachers who have made me feel really good and accepted on that front as well, by being respectful, using proper pronouns, and all of that stuff.